Why, hello there. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Veer, stop playing around and do your job.
Ugh. Fine. This is a disclaimer that the following video is a non-profit fan-made dub of the Touchstarved demo, which is owned by Red Spring Studio. It is made purely by fans for fans. While we obtained explicit permission from the developers to produce this, we are not affiliated with Red Spring Studio at all. Furthermore, to avoid copyright, we are using different background music than the original demo. If you like what you see, get your heat rising and your breath panting to build up steam and download the demo, which is originally unvoiced for free. My dear Sylvester, our heroine of the story, as well as the director and editor of this production, has left a link in the description.
And he's gone off script. Again. How many prayers will I need to clean my soul of this filth?
More than the rest of your life. And hey, please do not post audios or videos of our dub anywhere without our explicit permission. I'd make threats, but I think Ace has me covered.
Please stop threatening the audience.
We truly hope you enjoy our production, though I already know I will.
Hey! Veer! Come back! We need to talk!
Of course we can't count on Veer to do his job thoroughly. He forgot to add another important piece of information. The content warnings. Never leave a dog to do an angel's job. The game Touchstarved is intended for an older audience. It contains mature content, including, but not limited to, horror, strong language, alcohol and drug references, and graphic violence, such as injury and dismemberment. If you should suffer any of these issues, come and see me. Both player and viewer discretion is advised, as we want you to feel comfortable and safe within your journey to Aridia. Please understand that this is a dub of the demo of Touchstarved, and is not necessarily a representation of the final version of the game. And finally, for the love of all that is holy, do not use our voices for AI training. There is already Solus in this game. You do not need to be one yourself. These disclaimers apply to all episodes. Thank you for listening. We sincerely hope you enjoy our production.
The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There's nothing out here but death, the ever-present stench of decay, and countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. I could say death doesn't scare me, but honestly, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined a caravan bound across the wastes. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial itself. I can hide my hands and deflect probing questions. But sooner or later, people will always suspect something strange about me. As rations grew sparse and canteens ran dry, tensions rose. Despair began to set in until I saw it. Aridia, the city of knowledge. One of the last bastions of humanity left in the world, and home to the famous academy called the Cenobium. All the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's there. All that stands between me and a new life is a final stretch of salt-soaked wastes. Or so I think, until I see the first tendrils of fog snaking beneath the wagon.
Is this fogfall?
My stomach sinks at the very whisper of it. A silent storm more devastating than fire. Dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, snuffing out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. An eerie silence, heavy as the mist falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream.
Stay back! No!
The cry dissolves into wet gurgling. Then, the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard, the air punched from my lungs. When I open my eyes, adrenaline lends sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. A trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strips of torn muscle, gleaming gristle, and exposed bone. Bodies litter the wasteland. I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding, white blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes finally adjust do I see the dark shape before me. A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and charges me. But right before it reaches me, the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. A horse screams in the distance. I need to move now. I take off, running deeper into the haze. The fog is so thick that I fear I'm headed in the wrong direction until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching the opaque mist for the source. But the fogfall twists and stretches sound. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts forth from the fog. Our eyes meet too late. He knocks me to the ground and slips into a patch of mud. The soulless instantly falls on him. It catches the driver by his throat and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. He comes apart like wet paper, spilling intestines and viscera in a streaming tide. Fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. My hand catches on the jagged edge of a rib, jutting up from the water. Bandages unfurl around the gouge torn deep into my palm. But the pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist.
Can you stand?
One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me.
We need to run!
They reach for my hand, and I realize too late that my bandages have come undone. No, don't touch me! The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath, my curse takes hold. Their lips peel back in a deranged grin. No. I've seen this face countless times before. This is my curse, madness of my own making. Their grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles. Let me go. Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath.
Die, 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 die!
Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouth and flecks my face. The edges of my vision darken as my lungs shriek for air.
Help.
I try to scream, but the fingers squeezing my windpipe cut me off. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowing with each thudding beat. This can't be happening. I'm going to die, and not because of the fogfall or the solace, but because of my curse. Tears sting my eyes. No, 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 not here, not like this. But then their hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears, and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine, lips still split in that macabre smile, even as blood seeps between their teeth. They give one last shuddering breath, then slump over the claws hooked through their stomach. The soulless shoves the body aside, its glowing eyes narrow as though grinning. There's a flash of claws. Red spills across my vision. I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. I spot an arm resting among an outcrop of reeds. Mine, neatly severed at the elbow. It should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold and alone in a desolate wasteland. A fitting end for a monstrosity like me.